Oh, man.
I will kick your goddamn ass. You ain't nothing but a punk bitch. Fuck you and every goddamn thing you stand for.
Bro, who invited this dude, bro? What the fuck?
So, bye.
I'd rather watch softcore porn than have to watch y'all that.
Dude, whatever you're smoking, buy a ton of it.
I'm the great smack talking on the fucking face of the earth right now.
It makes me look like I got owned or something.
It's not clever. It's not interesting. It's not even funny.
You guys can't coach, to be honest with you. It's the high school coach.
Yeah, go ahead, Unabomber. What the fuck are you saying about the SEC, bro?
Well, this is smacking off. If you don't like it, change your diaper and leave.
You should be thanking me that I'm talking about Tennessee.
Boomer motherfucking Sooner.
USC is far better than Oklahoma historically.
Your meatloaf is moist as my pussy gets. I promise you that.
Don't be ridiculous right now, okay?
Fuck you, Freeze.
Please welcome our guest referee, Landon Beamon.
Bro, who invited this dude?
You know what, motherfucker?
It's just like football, man.
Damn,
your own fan base.
Shannon.
Talk to me, baby. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm with you. Welcome back to Smacking Off the podcast. I was just enjoying the new intro there. There's a lot of Paul.
Yeah,
there's a lot of Paul in that.
There always is.
That's one of my favorites right there. I'm a fan. And we're back. I'm Shannon.
You are.
I got Doug here.
Yep.
What's up?
We're gonna do a CFP segment.
We are. Merry Christmas, by the way. We really, it's sad. We live across the street from one another, and I didn't see you on Christmas Day.
I was out and about.
Yeah, I was doing.
We was doing the Kwanzaa thing. What's going on?
Doug really cares about you, then.
Yeah, Doug got me a Christmas present. I got a wonderful. I got a Pink Floyd coffee table book.
Yes,
so
sir.
Fuck you. Did you get me a Pink Floyd coffee table book, asshole? And we're joined with Timothy Bailey. Of course. We have is this an official intro that we're doing here?
Sure. There was supposed to have been a joke before that.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It was. I announced Timothy. What's up? Roll Tide, by the way. Timothy,
hello.
Timothy's he's taking it in. I like that.
What's up?
You? What's going on?
Not too much. I'm eating a roll.
Eating a roll of what?
Eating a roll, watching the Texas Bowl.
Eating a beef roll?
Yeah.
Tootsie roll? Fruit roll-up? Fruit roll-ups are awesome. When's the last time you had a fruit roll-up, Doug?
When I was 12.
No, you ate fruit roll-ups since then. Shut the fuck up.
I have a child, so I've had hella fruit roll-ups, dude, because
No, man, you don't blame that on the children. You eat the fruit roll-ups because they're fucking good.
Fruit roll-ups are good, but
Yeah,
I don't think I would have bought it if it wasn't for my kids.
I would dry one out, chop it up, and snort a fruit roll-up right now. They're delicious. Do they make a blueberry fruit roll-up?
They
Does
should.
it taste? Can you taste it through your nose?
I inhaled a pixie stick one time.
That's a true story?
Also inhaled a lot of coke back in the late 90s to early 2000s. Okay, we're
This
also
is gonna be
joined.
the first of many victories for the Big 12 over the SEC tonight.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, Baylor's going to beat Vanderbilt
How do you know?
because Baylor's better than Vanderbilt.
One of the teams in the CFP could barely beat them. Where's Sean Devine at? Sean Devine is really, really quiet during this portion. of the
Sean
conversation.
Devine is big on Vanderbilt.
Yeah, he's a big Vanderbilt fan.
Florida's
Yeah, we
pretty
have
big on
backup
Vanderbilt,
quarterback.
too,
We have backup
apparently.
Bandy dandy, let's go.
Tell us about Vandy,
Can
Sean.
someone explain to me something? How the fuck is Florida in a like, I can somewhat see LSU, but how in the flying fuck is Florida in a New Year's Six game?
I totally agree with that.
I think it is the liberal media agenda is got something to do with that. What's that?
I mean, that team's fucking awful. They're going to get destroyed by Michigan.
Florida pays the bowl committee. That's why they're in there. SEC bias.
Landon, I can
mean,
barely
I
hear
can't
you.
figure out how
That's
Florida's
Landon
in there.
Beamon in the
Florida
background.
over Washington
Hashtag
State
fake
or Penn
profiles.
State? Okay.
Landon.
Like,
Landon.
now we've got two Big Ten teams crashing
Turn your microphone up.
against SEC teams.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What up?
What?
Landon Beamon. Hashtag fake profiles.
What up?
Lifestyles of the rich and famous. What's up?
What lifestyle?
Can I get a boomer sooner from you? No.
No.
No, not today, buddy.
I can't.
Sean Devine. I have not heard your voice yet. That I'm sure of.
Sean
Can you hear
Devine.
me?
I can hear you.
Sean Devine, what's
Tell
up?
us about Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Vanderbilt. What do you think of the Vanderbilt program? Derek Mason's really got the boys coached up.
That's better. It's better than
How do you feel about Vanderbilt and Baylor tonight?
I took Vanderbilt in this game, but I'm not watching it.
Vanderbilt's got some D. Derek Mason has definitely got those boys coached up on the defensive end of the ball.
Has the game started yet?
That's what I recalled from the Notre Dame game was their defense played.
Derek Mason's the dude that Kyle Bowler was the only option for Kyle Bowler to throw to, right? Like that's the same. Is this the same Derek Mason that used to play for the Ravens that literally Kyle Bowler did no matter what was thrown?
We ain't talking about all that right now. We talking about 2018. You need to get out of your time
Baylor
machine.
2018. I mean, Baylor has a better coach and more talent than Vanderbilt, so Baylor's going to crack some skulls, and it's in Texas, so I mean,
Yeah, that's practically a home game for them.
All right.
I don't know how well do Vanderbilt fans travel. I mean, they don't get to go to bowls very often, so I guess they probably travel pretty good.
We're gonna get to these
They have money.
CFP games soon, but I got to talk
does
about
Vanderbilt have fans?
Yeah, Vanderbilt's got a few. There's a few.
Jared Rifkin.
Jared Rifkin.
Yeah, he's Vandy.
Yeah.
And he's in family.
Yeah.
So
hashtag.
Well, Baylor's going to start at the 40.
I just for a minute, let's talk about Miami getting their ass handed to them by Wisconsin.
I mean, do we really need
that
to?
was predictable.
I think we
That
all
was
kind of
pretty
saw that one
predictable.
coming.
You took a warm weather team up to New York in the Pinstripe Bowl. They were going to get their ass handed to them no matter who they played.
Especially coached by
I didn't
Mark
care
Richt.
if they played that game on the moon. Like, they were still going to get their ass handed to them because Wisconsin is just a better team. I mean, a much better
And they're
team.
more physical.
With the dude,
the
they had
Wisconsin
5
offensive
seniors
line.
on the offensive line, and then Jonathan Taylor is a running back. Like, I feel like that was pretty predictable, to be honest.
And Miami had.
I don't know about
Steve
3
Wonder at quarterback.
points, but that wasn't predictable. I didn't expect them to get fucked on that hard. Oh, it's my bad. It's Vanderbilt starting at the 40, but
I like our chances right now. Let's put
loss
some
of
money
2
on this
the
game.
play for Vanderbilt.
And where's Dane? Is Dane here? Dane Kelley.
Yeah.
Jeez, my son just chucked a cat.
Sorry, he goes by Ben Tillman.
Oh, Ben.
Ben,
where you at?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, how fucked up are you right now? You're drinking Everclear tonight, right?
Of course.
Oh, you're getting involved. All right.
Yeah, he's gonna be crawling to the middle of the floor, crying in a little bit. I'm gonna miss you, Dane.
I'm gonna miss you too.
You're gonna miss everything. Actually, you're gonna be face down in your own puke in the kitchen.
Hey,
Well-
yeah, but I'll wake up not remembering it.
That's good. Does your ass ever hurt when that happens?
Caden
Only
Bird
when I
will
go
know.
camping.
That's a trash can. That's not for toys.
You want to go camping?
Why not?
That's what I like. Willingness, eager willingness. It's much harder to prove in court.
Willie Nelson.
Which one?
There's 2 Willie Nelsons.
Yeah, remember there was the one that lived in the attic in Aqua Teen Hunger
The
Force.
spider, yeah.
Uh-oh, Vandy Dandy.
What happened?
23.
See, we're not even watching the game. I should have pulled the fire stick in here. I don't know why. We're watching now. We got it all.
wow.
We got all
They just
Elmo
scored a
all the time
touchdown
going on to
after
the house
They
now.
got dicked on the first 2 plays. What happened?
Well, Timothy, you'd be familiar with it. It was a screen, and you wouldn't believe it, but the running back did not get touched at all by the defense.
Kind of reminds me of Clemson's defense when they play against teams that can throw.
Speaking of Clemson, let's talk some Clemson Notre Dame, guys. That's the first game on Saturday.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good one. I think that game's going to be amazing.
I think it's going to be better than people think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
You know, so you don't expect it to be a close affair all the way down toward the end. You figure one or the other is going to pull away. Perhaps.
I don't know. It could be a close affair. A lot of people think that Clemson's just going to run Notre Dame over, and I'm not sure that
I think it's going to be a defensive.
It doesn't
scrap.
shock.
I really do.
Tell us about it, Dane. What's going to happen?
I think Clemson's going to win by 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Sean.
That's that.
Why is he wrong?
That's the Everclear
offensive
talking.
pass interference. What the fuck?
Sean, why is he wrong?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we played them in their place 3 years ago. Lost by 2 points on a 2-point conversion. I'm not.
I remember that.
Yeah, so I'm not. We're familiar with Clemson, and frankly, to be honest, they haven't really beaten anybody this year of sorts.
Dane, they haven't beaten anybody.
Two ranked opponents, I believe, this season so far.
I mean, A&M. I think A&M on the road is probably their best win.
Yeah, and it was a close one too.
About who you beat. It's about who you got on your team, sir.
Our audio-only podcast is hosted at podcastgarden.com/podcast/smacking off. Or find us on Google Play Music. Or on iTunes.
Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers. They're cooked to order just for you. Your choice. We'll fix your hamburgers however you say. Your choice. 256 different ways. Choose a single, a quarter pound, a double, a half pound, a triple, 3/4 pounds of meat. Your choice. Down at Wendy's, where quality is our recipe.
Well, if you're in Alabama's case, it's also how you beat them.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, hell,
we'll talk about that in a little while.
Average like 45 points a game, and we only give up 13 points a game. Whereas
you're including in those numbers that win at home against Wofford, right?
I'm including.
Is that Wofford?
The 3 or 4 common.
I always told my dog Ruby that was Wooford.
We share with Notre Dame.
Can we talk? Can we talk about the South Carolina game
common
yet?
opponents you share with Notre Dame. It's not looking so hot.
Aside from Syracuse, we skull fucked them, and
you can't say aside from Syracuse because we skull fucked them on a neutral site.
Okay, but we still fucked the others.
When Notre Dame played Pitt, it was like a low profile game where Notre Dame didn't play their best game in a low profile game. Whereas when Clemson played when Clemson played Pitt, it was an ACC championship game.
And we skull fucked them hoes.
But you struggled with them the first time, just like we did. So
Pitt, honestly, if they had any type of quarterback play, would have done a lot against Clemson. If they were able to run the ball pretty effectively for most of the first half against Clemson, and they literally fumbled. They gave you guys like 21 free points. They had more yards than you for like the first quarter and a half. Like, did you watch that game, or you just like? Or you just
I saw the first play and I knew it was over, and I proceeded to get it.
We knew.
He pulled out the Everclear.
Yeah, Everclear engaged.
Oh, never mind. The guy caught him last second.
No, I think it's going to be a close game, and it'll probably be between 3 and 6 points.
I don't think Notre Dame's going to be able to do much offensively.
And why is that? And again, look, to be fair, Dane makes a good point because Clemson's played some really good defense throughout the year.
They're missing
except when they played against some good offenses that even had a semblance of a pulse. Did you watch them against South Carolina? Because
yeah, did you, Shannon?
Oh, damn it, a little bit. Yeah,
like,
that made South Carolina look amazing.
Better than that scrub ass quarterback that they have, Jake Bentley.
Landon, what's your thoughts on this game?
Talking about a garbage-ass offense went for 600 passing yards on you guys. That doesn't concern you at all when you play a team that actually has talent comparable to yours?
Jake Bentley was making his final push for the Heisman.
It doesn't concern me because we still won the fucking game by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was a convincing win in the end.
And I'm pretty sure Bentley is top 5 on most people's quarterback boards for the NFL draft.
So. He wasn't until that game.
He's not even top 10. Are you on crack?
He was not until that game. I can assure you that.
Real quick, guys, I want to get Landon's thoughts on Clemson.
McShay, Kuiper, CBS, nobody has him, and even in their top 10. Bentley's not even going to be a pro. He might not even make a practice squad.
He might.
What's wrong with you?
He might.
Timothy,
well, neither will Kyler Murray. So I mean, Jesus Christ.
Kyler Murray will if he chooses to. If he chooses to, he will be.
But I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to go and throw this out on the table. Because that's actually, you make a good point there. Because Kyler can, he can pretty much pick his own destiny right now as far as going to the NFL or the NBA.
He's basically a modern day Bo Jackson. He can choose.
But I'm glad you brought that up because if we all remember how Bo Jackson's career ended in both sports. I can assure you that we will not see another situation like Bo Jackson in the modern era. It's just not going to happen.
You mean playing both sports?
No, you're not going to find a team that's going to roll the dice like that, particularly because that's going to be a player that's much more prone to injury than any other player.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about it. What's that?
Didn't Ricky Williams have the opportunity to play both sports?
Ricky Williams?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Yes. Russell Wilson is current.
Sports, does he not?
Is he currently in
he
the?
Does, but he doesn't actually play.
He goes to spring training. Well, that's about it.
He just shows up, gets a check.
All right, real quick.
Right now, Kyler could honestly play both because he won't be on a major league team. He'll be on a AA team, so he could legitimately play both, at least for right now.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as far as actually playing for the Major League Baseball and for the NFL.
I feel like he'll end up playing
and
both,
seeing him in a regular rotation on both. I don't see that scenario happening. And I think because of the injury that you just referenced, Bo Jackson, and the way that his career, which he was going to be a Hall of Famer in either sport, and his career was going way short. Crack.
The Falcons did him dirty too.
Yeah.
Let me get everybody's
The dirty
attention
birds.
real quick. Timothy, Dane, and Sean, real quick. Y'all be quiet for a second. I want to get Landon's thoughts. I can't hear Landon when.
Yeah, Landon, you need to get up in this thing.
Landon's microphone is weaker tonight.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
I can.
hear you.
I can. I want to hear about Clemson and Notre Dame and what your thoughts are on this game.
Oh, well, Sean and Timothy pretty much nailed everything. They didn't have to say anything. I mean, I didn't have to say really anything else. I mean, I think Jake Bentley and Keelan Mond are still throwing on Clemson. Other than that, they hadn't played a quarterback worth a fuck all year. I mean, who did they play? DeAndre Francois, the dude from Louisville, the dude from Syracuse that just all he does is run, barely can throw the ball. I mean, are you serious?
Dane, did you hear all that?
I heard all that trash.
All right, come back at us.
It's a joke. I mean, if you can throw the ball on Clemson, you can beat Clemson. Now, if you come out there trying to just run the ball down their throat, obviously they're going to kill you because the D line is very
Not
good.
in this game. Not without Lawrence, or not.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He likes to tell us that. Good job, buddy.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about that. That's an interesting little side story,
Bear.
and we've got a couple little interesting side stories when we talk about
official, by the way. He's not playing in the game.
Who's not playing?
Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence.
Lawrence.
And that's it. That's a huge loss for Clemson.
That's the deal.
Now, but at the same time, on the defensive side of the ball, Clemson's deep as fuck.
Deep as fuck. I'm talking about.
There is that.
We don't really know
y'all
that.
Act like.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out.
One guy
We'll
coming
find out
out
how
of the
deep they
game
are.
is going to change the outlook, man. It's not.
Well, I
okay?
mean, we're talking about two
we're
elite
3
teams,
here.
so yeah, it can make a difference. When we're talking
Notre
about one of
Dame
your best
is not
players.
elite. Okay.
What's the record?
Did you watch their last game? I don't give a fuck what their record is.
Their
They are
last
not elite.
game against a rival 3,000 miles away who had everything to play for, that's more talented than any team on your schedule by far. Are you on crack?
Rival.
Bro.
He's on Everclear.
I'll reference the opening line, whatever you're smoking, buy a ton of it. Because
Speak up, Lando.
What's up?
Yeah,
sorry, Keith Lee said, speak up, Lando.
JT Daniels would be the best
He's drinking
quarterback you've
Everclear,
played all
too.
year.
Lando Calrissian.
So really, so we're basically now saying that Clemson has no chance. Clemson needs to just go ahead and pack it up.
That's what I'm hearing here. We just shouldn't even fucking show up.
I probably wouldn't if I was Clemson.
Well, Jesus Christ, Timothy. If I had a dollar for every time you were wrong and I was right on here, I wouldn't have a fucking day job. I could just retire. But, you know.
Yeah, you'd probably be on the side
you need to let me in on some
Smacking
of that money.
off stock.
way more than you have on here.
Yeah, I need some of that money. 'Cause I'm going broke up in this motherfucker.
Me too, man.
You know, hey, yeah, I just want to remind everybody that we're using my power. I have to pay the power bill for this fucking show.
And
so
fuses.
y'all need, and fuses. We go through a ton of fuses.
Keith Lee.
It's an inside joke.
Sorry, Keith Lee says he's drinking Crown. He's not drinking Everclear.
Oh.
No, in all seriousness, though, that game's going to be incredibly good between two very good teams.
All right.
I think Notre Dame.
Let me just ask all you guys that are saying that Clemson should just not show up.
You're right.
All right.
All
right. Well, I got that. All right. So everybody's conceding that Clemson has the better defense, correct?
I would disagree with that.
No, not as a unit. I would not.
No, I think it's a pretty
Clemson has
even
a better
matchup.
defensive line, but Notre Dame is better in the secondary. Much better in the secondary.
Yeah.
I think of the four, Notre Dame has the best secondary in the college football playoff, and I don't think it's by a very close margin either, to be totally honest.
Cool. All right. What offensive playmakers does Notre Dame have that are better than what Clemson has to offer?
Dexter Williams.
Dexter Williams is comparable to Travis Etienne.
Smacking Off invites you to join us on the podcast. If you have an opinion on an upcoming game, some commentary on your conference, or want to roll with one of your fellow smackers on air, hit us up. You can message us at the Smacking Off or X's and O's Facebook pages, email me at maddenshannon@toothfairy.com, or call us on the Smack line, 304-508-BAIT. And as always, fuck your team.
I love you alphabet, wherever I go. Your ABC delicious, oh I love you so. Hey mister!
Yeah, kid?
When you put milk in outfits, you know they become...
What?
Wet!
What? What are you, a smarty?
Smart, they close the alphabet. I love you alphabet, wherever I go. Your ABC delicious, oh I love you so.
Comparable?
Absolutely.
How so?
In every way.
They're both home run hitters. I mean, hell, look at them physically. They're basically the same looking player.
All right.
Not to mention you have Jafar Armstrong, so you have a good rotation for both.
Here. Hold on. I've got their season stats. I want to. Now I realize that what's his name?
Dexter Williams.
Dexter
Williams. Okay, this guy. He's only played in 8 games, correct?
That's correct.
All right. He carried the ball 142 times. All right, for 12 touchdowns and almost 1,000 yards.
In 8 games.
It's
pretty impressive,
right.
I'd say.
Okay, Etienne played in 13 games, but he only carried the ball 32 more times. And he's got almost 1,500 yards and 21 touchdowns on 30 more carries. Come on, man.
Well, I'm sure Dexter Williams could get another 8 touchdowns if we played Wofford.
Do I believe that?
In Western
am I to believe
Carolina,
Dexter Williams wouldn't have over 1,300 yards rushing, 1,300 yards rushing if he didn't play in 4 additional games or 5 additional games? My bad.
Well, all right. We've got 3 other running backs that have over 400 yards, over 5 touchdowns, and all average.
You guys have a deeper stable.
6 or more yards a carry. Notre Dame
has also played worse
only one guy can handle the football at a time. So, only one guy can carry the football at a time.
Correct,
So
but I'm trying to show you there is a major depth disparity here.
I disagree. Jafar Armstrong's pretty good for Notre Dame too. His stats aren't there because he's missed time as well, and he's been a backup most of the year.
He's been banged up.
All right, injuries are a part of the game, guys.
Agreed, and that's why no one killed Clemson for having a tough time with Syracuse, and why they got in the playoff last year for losing to them. So injuries should be taken equally across the board.
Yeah,
we have a serviceable backup. That's why we won the game, because we're deep as fuck.
Well, while you're pulling up the stats of Travis Etienne, can you tell me what his numbers were against Texas A&M? That's actually a pretty good defense, unlike those Stevie Wonder defenses.
I think he only carried the ball like
fucking
8 times.
And why was that?
It wasn't.
Yeah,
it was.
He played a team worth a damn. He didn't play.
Oh no, Texas A&M's a pretty shitty rush defense too. I don't really want to let you get away with that one, Landon.
They're actually top 10.
They give up like 5 yards per carry or something.
Well, that doesn't help ETN's argument either. Then.
Well, look, guys. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to bet on this game, and y'all haven't convinced me one way or the other.
Take Notre Dame in the spread.
What is the spread in that one? That one's
absolutely. The spread's 13.
13. Yeah.
Damn, that line has not moved hardly at all.
Yeah, it's kind of state.
The spread 13.
Take those points.
Will you stop throwing your toys over that?
And also, it was released. It's going to be a very partisan Notre Dame crowd at Jerry's World Saturday.
Awesome.
That's true. Notre Dame will probably travel better.
A hostile crowd.
Are you calling Clemson fans poor?
No, I'm just saying that Notre Dame travels.
No, I heard what you said. That Clemson
Notre Dame don't
fans
even have to travel.
Clemson fans are a bunch of poor people, is what you said.
Notre Dame's got fans all over the world.
They do.
So
they really do.
They're the biggest bandwagon in the fucking planet right now.
Yeah, true.
Well,
I mean, and they're
every
independent too, so you don't really have to like get tethered down with the whole.
Typically,
thing.
Catholics are dual fans. They're a fan of whatever team that they grew up with, and they're also Notre Dame fans.
Because that's like the worst part.
Catholic and fuck Notre Dame.
That's like the worst part, though, of like being a great team in a shitty conference. Like being an Oklahoma fan, you have to also like pull for Big 12 teams, like we were doing about Baylor a minute ago. Who gives a fuck?
Oh
about
no,
Baylor?
I fucking don't.
Andrea Charles says that Notre Dame will win.
What did Andrea say?
She said Notre Dame will win,
and she also said hi to Timothy.
I was just about to say, did she say hi to Timothy?
Yes, she did. Of course, she
didn't say hi to me.
Of course she did. No, she didn't.
Well, she said hi to you by saying Notre Dame will win.
Yeah.
That was her hi to you, Sean.
Yeah, that was a big fuck you.
I'll say hi back.
No, it was the fuck you to Dane.
Yeah, it was fuck you. That's what I was talking
You
about.
want to go look what he's doing, Pop? I'll go look at what he's doing. He's putting all his toys over on the other side of that stupid thing.
Was that thunder?
That or a nuclear bomb.
Or a tornado.
Hey.
You know, they always say, does it sound like a train? Because they always say the tornadoes sound like a train when they start.
Yeah, I was told that to Tabby one night.
I was on the
but we
front
could hear
porch
the
of my trailer, and it sounded just like a train outside, and I looked out, and the pickup truck was gone.
Yep. Oh, shit. I tried to pull that on Tabby one night because we could hear a train. And I was like, that's a tornado because they sound just like a train.
Yeah.
And then there was a whistle, and she's like, that's a fucking... No, she didn't say it. She said, that's a freaking train.
Yeah.
She 10 years from now, it'll be, that's a fucking train.
I don't know if you guys are going to ask for one, but if you would like, I'll start off with mine.
Go ahead. Start off with yours. Dane, because we need to talk to you now while we are still somewhat sober.
I've got the Fighting Tigers 35, the Midget Catholics 14.
35-14.
It's only fair that we let Sean go next.
Rolls. Sean Devine, you're up.
Dwarves? I don't know. Shit, what do you call it?
Yeah, I think Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, are 41. The juiced up Clemson Tigers 38.
Okay, well, that'll be a tight game. Look,
all right.
That's I don't know. That's kind of the way I think this thing's going to roll. Except I think the score is probably a little bit higher than everybody thinks it's going to be.
All right, and there is other games to talk about. Auburn and Purdue tomorrow.
Oh man, Purdue now. Purdue is also we need to go ahead and congratulate Purdue because they made sure that Ohio State we didn't have to talk to an Ohio State fan. So Alex Bryan, sorry about that, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alex would have been in, and
they took care of Purdue. Took care of business for us, and Oklahoma fans should be huge Purdue fans right now because that just kind of made the decision just that much easier.
It definitely did.
Yeah, because if Purdue had lost that game, then Ohio State would have. Urban Meyer might still be the coach next year.
Ohio
Who knows?
State deserved it.
Keith Lee says, "Fuck the Big 12." I can get behind that, Lee.
Yeah, that's
Keith.
it. Yeah, that's the correct statement.
It is. Is Sean a midget? Now I really love him. Tell him to call me. Sean, are you a midget?
Sean's not a midget.
I don't think Sean's a midget.
He's a grown man. He's a big, tall, grown man.
I heard, but I can't see the chat right now. So.
Okay. Well,
I'm just seeing the.
I read it word for word.
Yeah, is Sean
I changed it up just. I changed it up just a little bit.
Tell him to call me, Andrea. If you'll go ahead and list your phone number here, we'll go ahead and facilitate that.
Yes.
Get that rolling.
Doug.
Yeah.
Check the chat real quick. I said something for Shannon.
Is this
to that chat, to the other chat.
Is this a dick pic?
Probably.
I hope
Something
so.
like that.
God, I can't wait.
Foul play.
Where's it at? I want a dick pic.
So what was Landon's score prediction for the game?
Pixie sticks.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Don't want to ask me.
Go ahead. Go ahead and snort that up, Dane. Your eyes are going to burn for like 3 weeks.
Is that sugar?
No, that ain't no sugar. That's booger sugar.
Pixie sticks.
Some of that yay is what they call it in the rap music.
Maybe.
The rapper kids, they call it the yay.
All right, there's another game on Saturday. We'll just skip over these Friday games. They're all shit. I mean,
I wish UAB could play one more game so they could get to 12
Iowa
wins.
State, Washington State's going to be fun.
Actually, that's a good one.
I got Iowa State.
That Minshew kid's going places.
I do too.
Iowa State. I'm trusting it.
I just want to say, I'm going to put this out there. I know a lot of the people in this chat, I don't think Dane is, but sorry, in this segment, are doing the bowl. What is it called?
The Bowl Mania.
Yeah, Bowl Mania.
Yeah.
I just want to put it on record that I'm going for all upsets. That's why I'm doing so shitty.
I just want to go on record and let everybody know I'm in first place. So
Yeah, you actually are.
Yeah, but you change your picks
Yeah, but
around.
you're in first place
Whatever.
because you took the gamble of the year. You were like putting 35 on FB on freaking Group of 5 games. You crazy son of a bitch.
hey, you got to risk it to get the business.
Well, this is true. Yeah.
I'm right on your heels, buddy. I'm right on your
Because
heels.
I think if you like you win nationally or something like that, and you get like millions of dollars or some horse shit. So yeah,
If you get them all right, they give you tickets to next year's national championship.
that's horse shit. They need to give you a cash prize. That's fucking ESPN. They got the money. That's Disney. That's something they got. They got that
Tickets
Disney
to
money.
Next year's national championship game. I expect my Sooners to be there too. So.
All right.
Let me just say this to the Bammers. Hashtag. I'm going to put a hashtag on this shit. See you in Santa Clara.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
What happened?
Fake
profiles?
Fake profiles.
Ben,
all right.
Ben Tillman predicting the Sooners to win. I thought you were a fucking diehard hater. I got respect for you now. All right, I see you.
Alabama and Clemson are going to be meeting in Santa Clara. I don't even know why Oklahoma.
Hey, somebody misunderstood.
You're gonna come watch the game between Oklahoma and Notre Dame.
And Cool's teaming up with a good balanced breakfast.
Teaming up with Mr. T cereal that's getting on the team that knows how cool breakfast can be. You get a crispy corn taste with a touch of brown sugar. Teaming up with Mr. T.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr. T. Golden sweet crispy teas. One bite and you're gonna be eating with a team that's teaming up with Mr. T.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr. T.
Hashtag Family Smack. The worst smack group ever. Look for us on Facebook and on MeWe.
What game?
In the hell.
Is that a recruiting trip?
Is Oklahoma playing Notre Dame next year? Shut the fuck up! I didn't know that. Here, let me check.
Yeah, I mean next year is when the national championship game's happening. So.
No, I mean I'm talking about during the regular season. That's what you're talking about. It's one of them fantasies, fairy tales that the kids tell.
Andrea's getting religious on us here. She just said Jesus. I don't know if she's calling for
Smack
Jesus.
Smack Jesus. You know, I have actually thought about bringing Smack Jesus back in the group. I think we need to.
Yeah,
that's real.
It's not happening.
That's the main reason that this group is suffering, Doug, is because we need.
It ain't him.
It is. It's Smack Jesus. This group is going to absolute shit. The podcast is going downhill because we've not had any Smack Jesus whatsoever.
Me, Pike,
according to
Smack
him.
Jesus on
Oh, fuck. Don Norrell says, not trying to censor your freedom of speech, but please stop dropping the F-bombs. It's unprofessional. Fuck. I never intended to drop a fucking F-bomb, not one time in this podcast. But,
yeah.
What the fuck, Doug?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck come over me.
Who?
Oh yeah, I'll
Who?
later. Fake
Who the fuck is Don Norrell?
He's from the
You ever
FCC.
seen him before?
He's from the FCC.
On
FCC?
fucking Facebook, but on this, you're like talking in all lowercase with like the very small print.
I know. I get involved on online.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick. I actually, believe it or not, many years ago when I was a kid, I actually worked in radio for like a year, And I worked at one of the AM stations here in town, and they actually broadcast the Friday night football game on WYDE.
The fucking Friday night football game.
Yeah, and what they did is they would we'd have to take it off of delay because this is back in the mid '90s, so we didn't have all the cell phone technology that we have now, so they actually literally had to plug their broadcast into the telephone line. And we would actually have to we would put the game was being actually done over the telephone through modern technology at that time. So after the game's over, and we had I think Woodlawn had a big win that night. And after the game, then we would take calls from people that would call in the score of the football game, the high school football game we got. Again, this is before the internet. The internet was like a brand spanking new thing. And not everybody had it. So that's how we kind of relied on getting the quick to-the-minute, scores from around the state was people had to actually call one another on the phone. So we're sitting there doing the show, and the guy that I did the show with, he was actually a high school or junior high school football coach, Pat Patrick. And kid calls in, younger fella calls in from Woodlawn, and basically, yeah, man, we just whooped their ass. And Pat, being the coach, here's a young man. He said, no, you can't use that language or blah, blah, this. And this kid just goes off on a tirade. Well, the problem is that I didn't take it off to delay, so it was actually going out over the air. This guy had a fucking meltdown. I mean, off air. Now, again, I dumped the call. We went to commercial. And this guy's like throwing shit. It was the worst thing ever. So it's funny to me to be able to actually do a podcast like this and throw out the F-bomb every now and then. It's very freeing.
304-508-BAIT?
Yeah, 304-508-BAIT. You can call that number right now. And
so I picked Notre Dame 28-24. You didn't ask me to mine, but I'm going to let you know.
Well, we were going to get to that. We're making the rounds. Okay, so Timothy's on board. It's going to be a Notre Dame beatdown. Dane says no way, no how. Sean Devine, of course, we know he calls Notre Dame in a close one. Landon Beamon.
I'm going to go Notre Dame 34, Clemson 24.
Wow. 10 points. Dane, there's no love. No love for your Tigers.
I didn't know y'all were having me on for fucking comedy night.
Dude, I didn't set this up.
Damn, you didn't know?
What's Clemson done since Deshaun Watson? They beat the weak-ass ACC and then get the fucking...
They're undefeated.
By 10 to Notre Dame.
They're undefeated.
Hey, motherfucker, we've been in the playoff. Where the fuck has Oklahoma been?
In the playoff?
In the Sugar Bowl, back when the Sugar Bowl was
y'all were in the playoff last year?
Playoffs.
Dane. Don Norrell just said, I just looked at the stats, and Clemson is a damn good team.
Yes. So Don Norrell's got his vote.
And Keith Lee follows that up by fuck Clemson.
Yeah.
Can I get a tag in this shit? I don't even know what y'all are talking about.
Oh, we're going live on Family Smack.
Yeah, this is a live broadcast. We're
live?
Oh, dude.
We are live.
Yeah.
We're live.
Put your dick back in your pants.
Clemson is a very good team, but so is Notre Dame. People just seem to forget that other teams exist besides Clemson and
Notre Dame's fucking trash. You're trash, Timothy. Shut up.
Why is Notre Dame trash?
I don't know. Why are you trash, You give me the answer to that, and I will give you the answer to why Notre Dame is trash.
Timothy, just remember it's the Everclear talking.
Trash, so I want to hear your explanation why Notre Dame is.
I don't know. Just because they are.
Good times.
Gotcha. I feel it. I guess this is smacking off the podcast, not logic off the podcast.
Yes, that's true. Or jacking off the podcast, either one.
Yeah, we're gonna do that in off season.
Yeah, jacking off. We're gonna change the name of the show to Jacking Off the Podcast, and it's gonna be exactly that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
A Spanish woman.
All right, there's another game.
What is this about Spanish women? All so there's all these Spanish women around.
Dude, Pike's got a Spanish woman.
I know. And she's a senorita.
And she cleans.
She cleans. No, wait, that's racist. You're being racist right now.
No.
Not if she really cleans.
No. That's her job.
She cleans. What does she clean?
Like all these hotels and shit in DC.
Don't laugh, because those fuckers make a lot of money doing that shit.
A shit ton of money.
I know. That's why I was saying that's actually her job, like legitly.
Mike Gibbs says triggered Spooner. I don't know what that means. That's a hashtag triggered Spooner.
I don't know what that means either.
Notre Dame has gotten lucky as fuck this year.
So
Wait, no, sorry. Lucky all year. Sorry, I read that all and threw that fuck in. Sorry, Don Norrell.
You have the luck of the Irish.
You know, we've talked all about Clemson, and we didn't even bring up the Auburn game.
We didn't.
I mean, that was like really the most.
That Clemson should have lost to Texas A&M, but the refs literally stole the game from them. I mean, like, Clemson's gotten lucky too, guys. Like,
well, it's that ACC bias.
Notre Dame's not the only team.
It's the ACC bias. It's the anti-Disney, agenda.
Real quick, just for a second, if we can, let's talk about Alabama, Oklahoma. That's another game that's coming on Saturday.
Are we playing Oklahoma? Shit,
Alabama is.
I knew we were playing somebody. I couldn't remember who it was.
Hell, I thought we were playing Clemson apparently in Santa Clara.
We are. I think. I don't even. Why are we doing these first games? Can't we just go ahead and go to the end game, the game that's going to be at the end, and I'll give everybody the championship and go home?
Yeah.
What? Sorry.
So, Timothy, let's go ahead and hear your thoughts on Alabama, Oklahoma.
I actually think this is going to be one of the classic games that we've ever seen in college football history.
All right, that was Timothy, y'all. Okay, moving right along. That's enough. Moving right along, Landon.
Roll Tide.
Thank you. You guys, the rest of you guys, y'all can follow along with that. Okay, Alabama's going to win that game. So let's just go ahead and talk about the national championship. I mean, I think there's no sense in really talking about these first games.
The Ritz-Carlton in the Bay Area looks nice. I think I'm already looking at it right here.
I love the Bay Area. That is so beautiful. You need to get out there and visit Ron sometime.
Landon, are you going to go up there with me? Me, you, and Quentin Williams can go watch Kyler play in the stadium since he doesn't think he's very good.
Quentin Williams is going to be tied up that night.
Absolutely, yeah, we'll go see him.
Quentin Williams is going to be getting that bling on the field that night, getting confetti in his hair.
I just went ahead and invited Jimmy Junts.
I remember that guy.
I don't.
Didn't he? He went hard R racist on us one time, I think.
Did he?
Yeah, not on the show.
No.
Yeah.
Not on Smacking Off the podcast.
No. We would have definitely dumped that one. We don't tolerate that sort of shit here. You can drop all the F-bombs you are, but you drop a hard R and you're gone, buddy.
Andrea says no one cares about Bama OU.
They really don't.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a foregone conclusion, man.
Yeah.
Bama's going to steamroll that.
Everybody's ready for Bama Clemson part 2, or part 6 now, I guess.
So, all right. Here's what I'm going to say about this. First of all, Nick Saban's the greatest college football coach of all time, in my opinion. But the best college football
That's good. You can go ahead and
right
edit.
now
You can delete it right here.
It's Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln
Riley. Hey,
where'd that laugh come from?
Nick Saban or Dabo
Was that Landon?
Swinney getting any calls from the NFL, buddy? I don't think so. All right. Then you better
dude, Dabo gets calls constantly that he fucking doesn't answer.
No, he doesn't. Nobody wants him in the NFL. The dude is literally a CEO who is literally living off of Brent Venables' success. So,
he is?
He is.
I don't know. I mean, you could have said that, like, at the very beginning of his tenure, but recently, I mean, for Dabo to be able to continue the success he's had at Clemson, I mean, only a couple other programs you can really.
What's he done without Venables? Seriously, what's he done without Venables?
What the fuck does that matter, dude? Who hired Brent Venables?
Captain Quinn, some of our cereal's missing, and there's nobody on board but us.
Better keep an ear open.
You mean an eye?
No, an ear.
Look!
A giant octopus. Silly octopus. You can't get away with the crunch because the crunch always gives you away. But you're welcome to join us. Captain Crunch is a good part of any good breakfast. Dave, bring us 6 more spoons.
Are you irritated with something we said on the podcast? Well then fuck you. Call the Smack line and tell us all about it at 304-508-BAIT. Don't be a pussy fuck boy. Call the Smack line today. Messages left on our smack line will be used at the end of Smacking Off the podcast episode.
How are you going to discredit the man for going and fucking hiring
I'm not
the best
discrediting the man for hiring. I
It
said he's a
sounds
great
like you are.
Hey, I heard something similar to this last year about what has Saban done without Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
Be in the NFL.
And then against Kirby Smart, Saban won the national championship.
Yeah.
That's not what I
Thanks,
heard.
Kirby.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sean, how are you?
I've not heard a single article where anybody wants Dabo Swinney as their head coach in the NFL.
Google is your friend, sir. Utilize it.
Well, then,
Hold on, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
don't find anything.
All I heard was.
Is that Danny Lawler?
That's really all. All
Danny Lawler? Wasn't that a wrestler?
No, you're
Anyway.
thinking of
Jerry Lawler?
Riley's going to have his dudes ready to play. And all this nonsense
You're breaking up, Captain.
bullshit that's been going on the last 2 weeks. Do what?
You're breaking up real bad.
You're not right now, but you were when you were talking.
Yeah. Did you stick your head out the window?
Lincoln Riley's going to have his dudes ready to play. OU's not bowing down to the might of the mighty Crimson Tide.
Well, I'm not saying that Oklahoma's going to go out and actually sit down in the middle of the field.
No, they're
but
going to play their. They'll play their ass off.
They're going to play their ass off. They damn
Hey,
well
this is
better.
the big boys, and this is the big time, and this is the fucking biggest games of the year.
This is not an almost bowl trophy. This is for real, Oklahoma fans.
You're right, it ain't the SEC. Because the SEC actually fields fucking defenses.
Yeah, well,
And
that
Oklahoma's not doing that, brother.
Well, guess what? They're probably going to look a lot better against Alabama than they have against the Big 12 teams that have better offensive schemes and better offensive coaches, but that's fine. You can keep believing that all
Nowhere
you
near
want.
the talent.
Hey, Dane, I got to throw this out real quick.
Talent on the defensive
Oh, boy.
Hey, Dane, Jack.
five stars starting on their defense. Know your shit first before talking.
I'm talking about
Real quick.
offense, sir.
Alabama's
I'm talking about 5 stars at every fucking position on Alabama's offense.
This
Give
is
me,
not the best.
give me
Got some
one.
more
not
coming,
the best
too.
wide receiving core that Oklahoma's faced. This is not the best trio. This is not the best
Dude,
running
right,
game.
but it's the
Oklahoma
best
faced.
overall
This is not the best
offense.
offensive line, and this is not. I honestly don't think it's the best quarterback Oklahoma's faced.
So who was the best offensive line? Texas?
Ew, boy.
I mean, seriously, who was the best offensive line that Oklahoma's faced this year?
Jesus.
West Virginia and Texas.
So West Virginia and Texas's offensive line is better than Alabama's.
Yes, not Jonah Williams, but Alabama in general. Yes.
The
It's going to be a rough Saturday for you, bud.
Oh, there goes Mandy.
Alabama's also down a starting offensive lineman in this game.
They are?
We like to have fun on weekends.
Yeah, we throw down.
They don't have more 5 stars.
Like to
right
live it
behind.
up.
Five stars only matter so much.
What were those violations, by the way?
I don't know. Who cares about that? That's
Oh, you thought with the guard that just got suspended for us?
yeah.
They failed their 3rd drug test, and now it's in the NCAA's hands.
Was
They
it the
may not
Pots?
Be on the team next year.
Was it the Pots?
Yeah.
They were doing the Pots
They got
over in
the- they got the
Atlanta. You know, it's illegal.
I guess at least it wasn't performance-enhancing drugs. I mean, like,
Who's
at least you got that going.
Timothy, who is the best quarterback Oklahoma
Performance
has faced
enhancing?
this year?
Is that like
Pot-
Viagra?
Well, we can go through
No,
a
that's
couple
something
different
different.
ones, but Will Greer,
for your
Greer's
penis.
the best quarterback Oklahoma's probably faced this year, I would say.
Better
The guy who
than Tua.
I believe that he is better than Tua, but experience-wise is the reason why he's better than Tua. He's better at reading defenses and understanding concepts. He's better at a lot of the little small things. Tua's more talented than Will Greer, but Will Greer is a very, very good quarterback who's way underrated. That guy can play. He's got a big arm. He's a true NFL prospect. He shouldn't be skipping tomorrow's game because he could use that game to potentially catapult him into a higher draft pick. So I don't understand why he's skipping the game. But that
He
dude,
probably
like,
doesn't want to
Will
break
Greer's
his finger in half again.
Yeah, there is
well,
that.
that's fair. I mean, that's true.
Will-
The
Will
likeliness,
Greer's
though, against what?
He can really spin it. I was there with you at that game.
Non-CFP games have no meaning whatsoever, and so you're seeing a lot of players not risking their pro career
And again,
in these games.
all you have to do is get an invite to the combine, and bam, you got a chance to show them what you're because you can do. You can throw for 9 million yards in your bowl game and still have a lethargic combine performance, and yeah, you're out.
Sure.
You're on the
so let me
practice
ask you
squad.
this, though.
Congratulations.
Let me ask you this: if Baker Mayfield didn't carve up Georgia's defense, would he have been the number 1 overall pick?
Here we are talking about fucking Baker Mayfield again. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just asking you.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh my
It's just a
God.
question. What's
Just
your
let
answer?
it go. Just let it
Don't worry
go.
about
He
that
plays for the
Baker
Browns
Mayfield.
now.
I can bring up other quarterbacks too. I can bring up other
Please do.
quarterbacks.
Prove it.
Prove it. This happens. Like quarterbacks get graded by their film. You still have work to do. Like Daniel Ratcliffe today for Duke put on some nice film.
You mean
for
Daniel
the NFL
Jones?
Whatever.
You say Daniel Radcliffe was Harry Potter. Right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. My bad.
Oh boy. He was quite. He was quite the.
And
wizard,
Dane's
though,
the
out
one
there with
drinking Everclear, not you.
Oh boy.
Vandy's back on top. That's a report from our on the field.
Vanderbilt is back on top. Timothy Bailey, just to let you know.
Vandy's back on top.
I think it's a great way to end this segment with Vandy back on top.
No, we got to get some score predictions
we
on
do
this
have
one.
to. Yeah, I mean Alabama's going to win. But
Oh, Timothy, that was our on the field reporter, Andrea Charles.
Yeah, Andrea Charles is there at the game live.
I will say this. I vote no matter what happens in both of these games that Timothy and our new Clemson friend here, they do their own podcast because I think that would be great.
We've been trying to get Dane to take my job over for a while because
okay.
I'm getting the shit into my contract.
Dane is drinking. Dane must be drinking.
Yeah,
Well, that's typical.
Dane's tore up right now.
How many times have I been on here and not been drinking?
I don't think you've ever done this show.
You took a shit on the podcast one time.
Yeah, you got to do that when you're drinking.
Hey.
Especially that firewater he's drinking. Jesus
Damn, I
Christ.
forgot to put that in our top 10 moments. That really was one of our top 10 moments.
Dane pooping?
Pooping, yeah.
Pooping on air?
He said, yeah, because he went to the bathroom. We could actually see that.
Now, that was probably not the only on-air poop we've ever had, but it was definitely the only,
the one we knew
the
that
one
was
that they got out at on air, yeah.
Hey, no shame in my game, baby.
Clearly.
All right.
I really enjoyed this conversation.
Let's pick on this Alabama Oklahoma game, you guys.
Timothy, you go first. You seem you're ready.
Okay.
And just to score.
I'm going to say 45-35.
All right, thank you, Timothy.
Chance to win.
Okay, next we got Landon.
Oklahoma intercepts it and takes
Landon
it out for a
Beamon.
touchdown.
Hashtag fake profile.
Fake profile. I'm going to say that I think Oklahoma's offense is extremely, extremely good, obviously, so give credit where credit is due. And I think they're going to score on Alabama a lot more than most Alabama fans are comfortable with.
Yeah.
I'm actually not in the majority of Alabama fans that think we're going to walk out there and hold Oklahoma to like under 20 points like some idiots believe.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
No, there's no way that's going to happen.
Idiot.
No way that's going to happen.
So
Army almost held them under 20 points.
Pretty damn close. Pretty damn close.
OU at 21 at halftime. So
Well, we're not-
And you finished the game with what, 24?
28.
28,
And we had
21.
39 plays. We averaged 13 yards per play, which I don't think we'll average 13 yards per play
There
against
you
Alabama.
go, Alabama.
Sean Devine, what do you think about this Alabama-Oklahoma
Hold
game?
on. Did Landon pick?
Yeah, he said it was going to be
No,
55-3.
decided to bring up a meaningless outlier game that means absolutely nothing because we do not run the damn triple option. They're not going to possess the ball for 47 minutes. So
Vanderbilt's
Never say
leading, by the
never.
way.
What's your pick on this game, Landon?
I'm going to have Alabama 56, Oklahoma 41.
Okay.
All right. Sean Devine.
You got Bama covering. That'd be hell of a. That'd be crazy though.
Yeah, hell of a game. Yeah.
Yeah. Sean Devine.
Man, this game has really been giving me fits.
Hey, Sean, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Landon?
Good to find
I'm right on your tail, by the way.
All right, good deal.
Perpetuity.
Is that you? Is that you? I didn't know who Perpetuity. I thought it was one of the girls.
Yep,
No.
that's me.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's kind of like one of those things you see on a pillow, sewn in. Perpetuity, you know.
It's more of a legal term.
I know, but still, because I don't know what it means. I mean, what the fuck do I know?
Like, for example, I'd like to get paid in perpetuity.
Yeah. Like serendipity. I don't know what that word means, but it's like one of my favorite words ever.
It is a good word. man, I've been racking my brain with this game, and I think it's going to be a close one. I do. I guess it's hard to pick against Nick Saban in a championship game. So I'm probably going to say like Alabama 48, Oklahoma 45, something like that.
Yeah.
Please visit smackingoff.com for all of your smacking off needs.
If you want to win the game, you gotta take a good aim and get the most marbles with your hippo. Playing Hungry, Hungry Hippos. Hungry, Hungry Hippos.
Hungry, Hungry Hippos is the name of the game, and whoever hippo gets the most marbles wins.
Playing Hungry, Hungry Hippos. Hungry, Hungry Hippos. I win!
Hungry, Hungry Hippos, new from Hasbro.
I think it's really a coin flip, though.
And that's kind of been my feeling on it. In fact, I actually have, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out on air to make sure everybody knows about it. But I actually hit up a Oklahoma fan and a fellow Alabama fan on the page, and basically bet him that it's going to be within 10 points.
What the hell is that?
Somebody's running to the car wash.
Somebody's vacuuming their genitals.
It's not me.
Have you ever done that before? Taking a shot back and put it on your boner?
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, it works. Great.
Is that it?
No, Dane. You got to pick. I know that you've already said that you think Alabama's going to win, but you haven't given us an official score.
Alabama 52, Oklahoma nothing.
We have a winner. Ladies.
Now me and Madden's going to pick on all the games.
Yeah.
All right.
Pick on the Clemson Notre Dame game.
Clemson Notre Dame. Quite frankly, that one right there, I think both games are going to be too close to call. I really do. I think the lines are ridiculous on both games. I think both games are probably going to be decided a touchdown or less. Clemson Notre Dame. I'm thinking probably Clemson 35, Notre Dame 28.
Okay.
Alabama, Oklahoma. I think Alabama does roll in this one. 45. Oklahoma's probably going to be 38 or better, but they're going to be just shy.
All right. I like Clemson in a close game. I like them 35-31. Alabama, Oklahoma. I like Alabama 35. Oklahoma 28. I've trended. I feel like Alabama could cover, but to be on the safe side, I'm going to say touchdown.
The offense is too explosive to even. I mean, and I don't know, man. I really think that's going to be the magic number. If Alabama can hold Oklahoma under 30, then they've got a pretty good shot of walking away with it. However, if it does wind up being a shootout, then it's going to be one of those games where whoever punches the most loses.
That's Oklahoma needs a shootout.
Yeah.
Bama don't. If I'm Bama, I'm going to run the ball.
I'm slowing that game down. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Typical Nick Saban type.
All right, any of you motherfuckers got a problem with my picks? God damn it.
Well.
I think your picks are fine. I don't think that Alabama's best strategy against Oklahoma is to ground and pound. I think it is to throw the ball, take advantage of the young, inexperienced Oklahoma secondary that's 129th in the nation against the pass. It's been bad all year, and there's a reason it's not good. I would not try to run the football against Oklahoma's stout linebacking core. Oklahoma is actually very good at linebackers.
I can run against Oklahoma.
He doesn't know shit about football. Caleb Kelley, Curtis Bolton. Curtis Bolton has 130 tackles on the year, 12 for loss. Kenneth Murray Jr. has 140 tackles on the year, 12 for loss. And then Caleb Kelley is just a difference maker. He's the one who had the scoop and score against West Virginia in the forced fumble. And he has over 60 tackles despite not playing very much. I think it's a tough ask. Not that Alabama won't have success running. I think they'd still average over 4 yards.
Alabama's going to have
I don't think the formula to win the game is to do it that way. I think Alabama definitely wants to take advantage of Oklahoma.
Alabama's definitely going to throw, no two ways around it. But yeah, I would expect there to be a very healthy amount of rushing.
Landon,
Yep.
you're our inside guy. What's the chances that Jalen Hurts starts this game?
Starts the game?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Starts.
0?
You think it's 0?
I guess. I mean, I fully expect Tua to start or both of them to start at the same time on the first. I don't know. I mean, if I was putting money on it, I bet Tua starts.
He's 85%. I heard some shit like that before the Georgia game, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Now I heard he was 100% ready for the, and then it was like a grudging. Well, he's 95%, but I mean still though 95% too is excellent.
He just said himself the other day at the press conference he was full go.
Yeah, but he also said that going into the Georgia game he was certainly not a full go. He played hurt. He played hurt throughout the whole game.
Before we go, I want to get Andrea to give us a update on Vanderbilt and Baylor. Andrea, we're waiting for you.
Timothy's gotten really quiet about that Baylor game. I guess have you shut it off yet?
I'm driving.
Oh, where you going? You get some ice cream?
I had to pick up my wife from work. Looks like Baylor's about to take the lead back.
I don't know. It's a commercial break.
Mike Gibbs says OU looked super great versus Kansas, giving up 300 rushing.
Kansas, they're a great team, aren't they?
That was a really
Les
bad
Miles
game
coaches
for
there now.
Oklahoma on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
However, Oklahoma was missing Neville Gallimore and other.
Yeah, but that's Kansas. UAB could beat Kansas handily this year.
That is an outlier.
So Andrea says that the same thing.
That's an outlier.
Are you gonna get?
That's an outlier.
I gave him the Army one because they run a triple R. I gave him that one.
Army's not a bad team either this year. They finished 11-2.
Oh, Army's bad as shit. Come on now.
Really good.
Go Army, baby.
Yeah, Army brought it home this year.
When you go through most of your schedule holding people under 4 yards per carry, and then the game where you lose your stud defensive tackle and he doesn't play, they give up rushing yards. I mean,
you better hope none of that happens Saturday, buddy.
Hey guys.
Before I forget,
but do you think Oklahoma doesn't recruit players or something? Like you realize it's still Oklahoma.
Not on defense.
Hold on, we don't want
on defense. They don't.
Landon is going to forget. Landon.
Y'all don't. I'm not saying y'all don't recruit. I'm saying y'all don't recruit at the level of Clemson and Alabama.
No, they do
not. They
not.
actually recruit better than Clemson, actually. So.
Hold up, real quick. Landon's going to forget what he was going to say. Landon.
Inside sources have just came in. So for all of you listening and the people in here on the podcast,
yeah.
Inside sources has told me that do not bet on the spread. Do not bet a winner. Do not bet a loser. Just bet the over. Just bet the over in the Alabama-Oklahoma game, and then enjoy, and then thank me later.
What is the over on that game?
77.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Seriously, that low?
Yeah, take the over.
With the two best offenses in college football right now. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Inside sources has come in again.
Okay.
Well, guys, we've got a really important thing we need to say real quick.
Go for it.
Find Smacking Off the podcast on YouTube, at Podcast Garden, Google Play Music, and iTunes. Make sure to check out the 9 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday and Friday Facebook Live episodes at #FamilySmack.
Please subscribe to our channel by clicking the small Smacking Off icon at the top of the screen now. Click the link at the bottom of the screen to watch last week's episode.